Welcome. I'm John, and this is one of a series of video clips talking about basic bidding in bridge using the Acol bidding system. In a previous video, I was talking about the sort of hands where you would open one no trump. And in that video, I was extolling the virtue of being able to bid a weak one no trump. That's the real strength of the Acol bidding system. But in this video, we'll look at hands where you can't open one no trump, and instead you'll be opening one of a suit. So let's look at a bridge hand. Okay, first let's evaluate how many high card points we have. We have 4 and another 3, that's 7 in spades, 5 in hearts. So we have 12 high card points, and it is definitely not the right shape for a one no trump opening. If you're playing Acol and you have an opening hand, 12 to 14 points, 12 or more points, and a no trump shaped hand, then bid it. But in this case, we have 2 doubletons, 1 in diamonds and 1 in clubs. So that's too many. We're not allowed to bid one no trump on that. But we have got 12 points or more. In fact, we have 12 high card points, and I would definitely award myself an extra point for that 5th spade. So that's 13 points. I'm also warming greatly to this particular hand. One thing I like about it is that the high cards are in the long suits. So I have the ace and the king in that lovely 5-card spade suit. And I have the king and the queen in the other suit, the 4 heart suit. When you have honored cards collected together, the king and the queen work together, and the ace and the king work together, that makes the hand more valuable. If high cards are separated, one in spades, another in hearts, one in diamonds, and the other in clubs, then they have less strength. So that's good. I also like the fact that my good suits are in spades and hearts, called the major suits. Both those suits, for each one that you go up in your contract, you get 30 points. A contract of 3 hearts is worth, if you make it, 3 30s, that's 90 points. Diamonds and clubs are the minor suits, and they only earn 20 for each one that you go up. So a contract of 3 diamonds made successfully would only earn you 60 points. So the major suits are always deemed to be more valuable, and we've got 2 good ones. And one final thing that I really like about this hand is that we have more spades than we have hearts. Let me explain. So you've dealt and you've picked up this hand and you're now liking the look of it. Certainly enough points to bid, 13 points. That's 12 high card points and 1 for length. And lots of aspects about it that I think you should like. So you're going to open. What will it be? We're looking for general principles of how to bid. If you've got an opening hand, but it's not no trumps, then bid your longest suit. There's no choice about it. In this case, you are going to bid spades anyway because it's topped by that lovely ace and king. But if I had the same number of points and 5 spades to the 10, I would still open my longest suit of spades. So the intention here, because we have 5 spades, not because we have the ace and the king, it's about length rather than strength. We are definitely wanting to open one spade. However, before you dare open a suit, you must be prepared for what your next bid is going to be. That's absolutely essential. You won't know exactly what it's going to be, but you're hopefully prepared for all circumstances. So if we open one spade and your partner bids, what will your next bid be? Okay, let's just investigate the different possibilities here. South passes, and your partner says two spades, and North passes. Well, this is an excellent response. You like spades, and your partner likes spades. But let's have a little think about what the response of two spades means. Your partner has said, I like your suit, I've got four or more. So your partner has got four spades. But we've gone one spade and then two spades. By just doing that, your partner says, I have a weak hand of 6 to 9 points. I've got four spades, but only 6 to 9 points. And that's why he's gone two spades. If he'd had more, if he'd got four spades or more and 10 or more spades, 10 or more points, then he would have gone to three spades. And in fact, if he had 13 or more points and four spades, then one temptation would be to go to four spades. But in that case, I think there's a much better response that your partner could make. But that's getting ahead of us. Your partner has gone two spades. What do you now do? What's your next bid? In this case, you know what the contract is going to be. You've already agreed on spades. You have 9 or more of them, 4 from him and 5 from you. And the number of points you have is, well, the most he can have is 9. And you've got 13. So 22 points is the most that you can have. So two spades is going to be a nice contract, and you can pass. You might think, but I want to tell him a little bit about my hearts. You don't need to tell him anything about your hearts. Spades is the agreed suit, and stick with that. So that's one possibility that was easy to deal with. Here's another possibility. You open one spade, as you intended, and it goes round to your partner after a pass, and your partner says, 1, no trump, and North passes. Now, he hasn't responded with spades. Great disappointment. Oh dear. You wanted to tell him, you wanted the spade to be the best suit, but clearly he doesn't like it. Not true. What your partner has said this. When your partner responds with a 1 no trump after the opponents have passed, it's saying to you, partner, I have 6 to 9 points, and I can't therefore bid at the 2 level, but because I've got 6 or more, I have to bid, and I haven't got 4 spades. Now that's a lot of information. Some of it negative information. For example, he's telling you he hasn't got 4 spades, though he may have 3. But he's telling you also how many points he's got. At the most 9, but at least 6. Okay, now that's very useful. And we can come back round to you, and now you have to decide what to do. Well, if you remained on 1 no trump, that may well be a suitable bid. However, you've got another suit that you'd like to tell your partner about. And you've got those lovely hearts as well. Maybe the spades isn't a match, but perhaps the hearts is. So here's a perfect opportunity to tell your partner, okay, here's a bit more information, make the choice. So in this case, you bid 2 hearts. Now that second bid really describes your hand almost perfectly. This is what your partner will understand from that. Firstly, you've bid spades first and then hearts. So that tells him you've got 4 hearts or more, and it also tells him you've got 5 spades or more. Hey, where did that come from? You only bid spades once. Nevertheless, in Acol, if you bid one suit followed by another, you're saying that the first suit, partner, I didn't have 4, I had 5. So that's useful. Very useful. Because now partner might be sitting there with 3 spades, and now he's adding his 3 to your 5, and all of a sudden, spades, which he wasn't liking all that much, now he does. Maybe he has got hearts. It's him to decide what happens next. You've told him a lot about your hand. But finally, one other thing you've told him about your hand is because you've gone spades, then hearts, the higher suit, then the lower suit, because spades comes after hearts. If you bid them in that order, you're saying, partner, I had an opening hand, but it was only 12 to 14 points. There are just 2 more possibilities. You open 1 spade, and your partner responds after a pass from south, 2 clubs or 2 diamonds. North passes, what do? Exactly the same as 1 no trump. You would tell him about your hand. The next bid from you will be 2 hearts, and that describes your hand wonderfully. Let's just recap again what that means. It means that you have got 4 hearts or more, 5 spades or more, and because you bid spades first, then hearts, then you have 12 to 14 points. And now he can decide. So the general principle is this. When you open one of a suit, you must know what your second bid is going to be. In this case, it was either going to be a pass after a 2 spade response, and in all other cases, you would bid 2 hearts. I hope that's been useful. Thank you. I'm John Price.